Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the 876-411 Review Show. I'm Mark Brown. Good to see you all today. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Anita Antoinette, the latest Jamaican singer on The Voice, who sadly is no longer on The Voice. She just got eliminated this past week. So we're going to look both at her elimination and her overall run of the show to kind of assess things. And also, we'll be looking at the 20th anniversary, oh, it's 20 years already, of Garnett Silk's tragic death. Of course, we'll be remembering the great reggae artist that was Garnett Silk, looking back at his works, at his death, and his impact on the Jamaican music industry. So certainly performed for a man who was cut down in his prime. I mean, one of the great artists. So we'll be looking at him in a little bit. But first, we're talking about Anita Antoinette. So most of you know by now, of course, that Anita no longer will be on The Voice after she was eliminated on Tuesday night. She sang the previous night. She had sung a song which Chris Martin did a cover of. Passengers Stay With Me, or Let Her Go, I should say. That's the name of the song. Stay With Me, Sam Smith, of course. So she sang Let Her Go by Passenger, which Chris Martin covered before and did a good cover of. No doubt about that. He did a good cover of it last year. So Gwen decided, say, after she do, second place the week before, the second most votes the week before, and the reggae thing working for after the Bob Marley rendition, then why not do this rendition of Passenger song, which has been covered before in reggae circles. The performance was just not what we expect from her, given her progression, because she kept getting better week after week after week. And that Bob Marley performance really hit a chord with the American public, because obviously she had the second most votes. So obviously them rate her performance of the song just like they did rate Tess Song performance of the song last year. So everything that I look up right there. So. But this performance, you see the same performance, Savvy. You see the same work in the stage and confident in herself. But the vocals weren't as sharp as usual. You could hear a little like a little pitchy passionate in her voice. You understand? And and this is a thing I have noticed her, even with her great performances throughout the tournament or throughout the talent show, is she can't seem to go above a certain vocal level, a certain tone, right? A lot of times she stays in monotone, and that's what I noticed with Gwen. She's choosing songs for Anita where she doesn't have to burst out the high note, or she can adjust it because you don't need to necessarily go high for certain songs. Meghan Trainor song, Bob Marley song, Magic song. She don't have to go so high for that because her voice just cannot manage that stress level you have to put on it to get all of those notes. I test and make it look easy, but she's a different type of singer. So it just sounded a little bit off, like she didn't seem to have her best range or best monotone. Like it was still decent, but not to the level which she had shown us the previous 3 or 4 performances on the show. So, she come back the next night and she's in the bottom 3 and thing, which was, when you looked at iTunes vote, she was one of the lowest. So that didn't really surprise me. But here am I thinking, oh, well, they're stuck with the reggae tip. Gwen stuck with the reggae tip all this time. So certainly she'll go to another one to try and get her safe. And so, lo and behold, ends up choosing Jason Mraz's The Remedy, and that song overmatched her. She didn't look comfortable. She didn't look like she was in her zone, in her, like she happy. I can see her personality come out bit by every performance. This one is like, it just never come out. The vocals, performance, everything was just discombobulated. And in the end, when it was time for America to save her and Eric still, I believe, her teammate was on Team Gwen, and then someone else, they ended up choosing Still, and she was out. She had the lowest votes among the voice save votes. Of course, you go up on Twitter and you say you want to save one of the 3 artists then who in at the bottom three to try and keep them for next week. So her teammate got saved, she didn't, and that was the end of her journey. Stopped at the top 10, and she's done. No, she may still come back because remember, on The Voice, every year they bring back a wild card, somebody who they look at and say is the best of the lot of those who got eliminated in the live shows and say, you know what, let's give this person another chance. But we think this artist still has more left in him or her to go down, to go up a certain level and to reach farther in the show than they did before. So this may not be the end overall of her, but for now it seems to be. And you have to look at a couple of very big factors as to why she did not go farther in the show. The first thing, as I said, is the vocal range. It's not, and of course, people are going to compare her to Tessanne, and I have said before, it's an unfair comparison. Tessanne is a different breed of talent. You understand? When I talk about vocals, she's top of the lot. People compare it to Celine Dion and Mariah Carey, and for good reason, because she have it. You understand? Anita is a talented singer, but she just does not have that range that, take it over the top, where people like amazed, like, oh my God, what did you? I can't believe that came out of your mouth. Like, where did you get that from? You know what I mean? Like, people, it's just not there. That's why, again, I think Gwen chose songs for her that fit her range, that fit her, the level which she could go to, because she can only go so high, go so far with her thing. And, she made the most of it, and she did really well. But she's definitely a good talent, but she just, that range just is not there. And at times in her performances, even though she looks so happy and she seemed more and more comfortable, there were also times when you look at her, kind of look at her expressions, look at her movements, like, does it really fit her? You know what I mean? So you can say that. But I also have to say, I think Gwen did her a disservice with keeping her in a box. And when we say keep her in a box, you know what I mean? Say like reggae songs for her all the time. Now we know say Gwen love reggae music for a long time. She collaborate with big dancer artists, Bounty Killer, Lady Saw and thing, win Grammys with them, and she named her son Kingston. I mean, if that don't show you she obsessed with Jamaica. I mean, she named her son Kingston. She probably name her next son St. Andrew on top of it. We just complete the cycle, because that's St. Andrew cycle. So who knows? You understand? But me look on it and me say, all right, so you select Magic song, you select Bob Marley song, you select reggae covers of other songs, and me I say, I mean, you're just keeping this girl in and just have her into this one, like she can't branch out and do other things. To me, her best performance on the show was the one with Megan, where she did Megan Trainers all about this. To me, that was her most comfortable performance out of all of them. Because the personality show, the vocal range was there, and she did not for 1 second come across like she shouldn't be doing this song. That was perfect for her. You understand? I understand that, yes, she's Jamaican, and yes, reggae is synonymous to the country. You want to put a little island flavor in it. But you see what Adam did with Tessanne last year? Even though there were some complaints of this also about Adam want to keep her in this, but Adam knew what her strength was, so he had her singing soul music, R&B, pop, and mix it with the reggae and put little sprinkling on it. Say, we come to music, and when you're involved Jamaican and music, we love to put sprinkles and things and other genres of make it sound good. We do it with soca, put a little Jamaican on it, little R&B, put little on it and hip hop. Same thing, put a little sprinkle of the island flavor on it. Don't throw everything in at the batter and say, yeah, I this what I roll with, and make everything into reggae, where I look at this girl and I say, oh well, she's from Jamaica and she's a daughter of a reggae legend. So let's just put her in this box and have her do everything reggae. No, that can't work. I think Gwen did her a disservice by having her just in that one zone. And I think by the time the time to try and sing for your life came around, and then all of a sudden you throw her Jason Mraz's song. I mean, come on, that just kind of show a lack of. To me, I think Pharrell believe it or not. Not Adam, because I rate Adam still, and he did a really good job with Tessa, and I think he could have done a great job with her. But I think part of it also, if she had gone with Adam, then you would have people that look on it and say, oh, she just a try and mimic Tessa and mimic our road to success and Riri and Tate, and you know, we've had enough Anita Tessa and comparisons. As I said earlier, it's not fair to either party, because they're two completely different animals. But in this case, Tessa, you know, I'm sorry, Anita really, I think Pharrell does have this vibe that comes across where him just know and talk like it don't even take him 5 seconds, I'm just looking at artists. You know, him have that meds look on him face. Like say, you have it. You know, that cool voice. Kind of just oozes coolness. He just oozes, you know, calm. You know what I mean? And swagger to him thing. And I think Pharrell, somebody who's maybe exposed to reggae. All of them in some way exposed to reggae. Maybe not Blake as much, but all of the others exposed to reggae a little bit. But maybe somebody who not as exposed to it would have been better for her and her talents and see what she can do, what she can't do. And that would have been better for her. But anyway, I think that Anita's Running Boy should definitely be coming in. She reached the top 10. You know what I mean? At one point, she was a favorite to win the competition. And again, she may still come back as a wild card. So all the talk we are talking about, say, oh, the run is over for her. Who knows? We may be surprised next Monday to see her back on the show or down the line in the season. So who knows? We'll see what happens with Anita's career going forward. She spoke out on the Glean and said it was a great honor to be on The Voice, and you know, she's just going to continue working hard so that she can get her thing out there even more and really take that next step. So definitely help her with exposure. So we wish her all the best and we hope that she will be able to do it. And for all the other Jamaican artists who want to go on The Voice, look, we love The Voice. The Voice is a good show. Voice produces some nice artists. But let's see us try and get on some other shows, guys. Because you know, some Jamaicans were saying, and this was part of the reason as well why Anita's buzz wasn't up there, is that maybe, you know, we conquered that already. Tessa conquered the thing. Tessa take over The Voice. We've done that already. We want to move on to the next thing and conquer that thing. So you have X Factor, you have all the other you have other talent shows and things. Let's try to take over even more. So others, if you want to go on The Voice, sure, but let's try get on other shows or other talent shows, other ways we can get Jamaicans on those shows and continue to push it out. Because the more Jamaican singers that can get that exposure, like these two singers have gotten over the last year, the better for us, the better for our music. So definitely, we wish Anita the best. No, so as I said to lead off, it's been almost 20 years since the late great Garnett Silk was taken away from us in his prime, one of the great reggae singers in the last 20 to 30 years. Like a unbelievable voice, unbelievable, you know, personality. So of course, on December 9th, 1994 was the day when we all found out that Garnett passed away, died in a fire in which he was reportedly trying to save his mother from a house after, you know, he had gotten a gun for protection. The gun was trying out the gun went off, hit something in the house, and reportedly, like, he got trapped in the house and, you know, burned to death, and it just stunned everybody. The details, everything just stunned everybody, you know, what happened with Garnett, that, you know, he died in such a tragic circumstance. And, you know, it was very sad because everybody, Garnett Silk was absolutely, you know, phenomenal and on that track to be in that next iconic reggae figure. I mean, he is an iconic reggae figure as it is, but imagine what would have happened had he lived to see his full prime, had he lived longer than that. You understand? He was that next great international star. I remember songs like Kingly Character, Mama Africa, Hello Mama Africa, really, I mean, this man was conceptually brilliant. I am telling you, brilliant. Every song when come out with a new kind of, it's like Chronix now, but Garnett's voice, I mean, Garnett's voice to me, I look at him as one of the 5 best vocalists in Jamaican music history, and that's not an exaggeration. Go back and listen to tune them. Go back and listen other songs like Music is the Rod, and Bless Me and Splashing Dashing. Listen to those songs. This man could sing love songs, conscious songs, songs about Haile Selassie, songs about his, just this passion for life and them things. Listen to him. He really sounds like a natural. He really sounds flawless in his work. Always sounded flawless in his work. And to me, a lot of people get called the next Bob Marley, and sometimes it's like when in football when they call a player the next Maradona or the next Messi or the next Pele, Riri and Tete. But this man certainly had what it took to be an international superstar. He was on the verge of that because people overseas were taking notice of him at the time of his death. He was coming out with so many hits, and he really personified what we want our artists to kind of be: well polished, really cool guy, really insightful. If you listen to his interviews, them and his performances, very conscious, very socially conscious, and a very, very well put together artist and human being. And for him to be taken away from us like that in such a tragic circumstance, it was sad for the music. I remember watching an old ER interview like about a week or so after his death on YouTube. It's actually on YouTube, you can check it out. And seeing Richie Stevens cry and Likim Samad, everybody just kind of remembering the kind of great artist that he was. At this time, I mean, he was another world of talent. So as we look at this 20th anniversary, we should definitely celebrate him. I know the Jamaica Observer is doing a series on him right now, just kind of looking at how he came up, people he was around. I mean, he was loved by everybody in the music industry. Buju Banton, SZA, who have done songs featuring his voice since his death posthumously, and definitely a really, really talented artist. I think, to me, because I did a list 2 years ago about the top 10 artists who went too soon, and he was my number 2 behind Bob Marley. That's how great he was. He was a fantastic talent, and I think that we'll always continue to remember him. I know his son doing him thing in the music, trying to get his work out there. His son is a decent singer as well. But Garnett, another level. Definitely he will always go down as a pioneer for the reggae music, and a lot of the artists today look at him as an inspiration. So definitely, Garnett Silk, rest in peace. Continue to listen to your music every day and give thanks for what you did. So that's about it. No real tidbits, slow week in the entertainment industry at times. Of course, there was the story about the actor Chuchu who died tragically at the age of 46. Everybody was really shocked by it. I know people who knew him really taken aback by the whole situation. And then you hear reports that he had cocaine in his system, and that shocked people even more than the death itself, the autopsy showing that he had that. So we don't know what happened in his life, so we can't speculate and things. But certainly a big loss for the theater world in general in Jamaica. And the condolences go out to his family. And I didn't get to talk about this the other day because we had so much time and some of the other things to talk about. But there was a video that came out earlier this month with this former beauty queen, or this beauty pageant contestant, Rosina Casserly, who finished second to Yendi Phillips in Miss Jamaica World 2007, and had been doing work all over the world. She did indie dance, she did do a South African reality show, and now she's in Dubai on a fitness channel called Physique TV. Now, first off, she did a video on Physique, talking about a trip coming back from Jamaica, and trip going to Jamaica, and she was talking about what's going on there. So she had talked about how everybody there have chick V, and she was mimicking the movements, the back movements, them and everything, and she had talked about how when you come to Jamaica, you'll be poor, and when you come to Jamaica, expect to be robbed and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? And at first somebody look on it and say, why would you say stuff like that? But when I kind of, look it up, I've watched it a couple of times. I'm like, there's not much that she's saying that is a lie here because Chick has swept the nation, her has been sweeping the nation in recent months. You know what I mean? She didn't need to do all it. To me, it was if anything she was guilty of with that video is that it was bad stand-up comedy because she didn't come across as funny. Not that in any way, shape, or form. You understand? So that was a bit over the top. But there's nothing really wrong with what she was saying. Yes, we have a bad economy, and yes, we have Chick B. It's bad. Jamaica is not in a good state right now. We all need to acknowledge that we all need to be truthful about things. You understand? So that's definitely true. She did say later in the video that we're party goers and we have fun no matter what the situation, which is true because, so we just Jamaicans we have fun. Even if them cut off, we find a way to party. You understand? Just so we stay. We are vibrant people. We are great people. You understand? The other thing too is, how did Yendi beat her? I mean, I look on this girl and I'm like, Jesus, like this girl is hot, yo. I'm telling you. I mean, she's absolutely beautiful because I hadn't heard of her before. I knew that she had finished second game, but I never really saw her face. And then when I saw her in the video, I'm like, wow, yeah, you're doing something for yourself, man. But yeah, that's just the guy in me talking there. But anyway, so again, I think that it was a cheesy comedy, but there wasn't any lies really with what she said. She exaggerated something, but there weren't really any lies she was telling me that. So I just saw the things that big up us, who's again in Dubai doing her TV thing right now, and definitely good talent because I watch some more shows and she's a good talent as well as a very beautiful woman. And that is it for this newest episode of 876-411. Again, check out the website 876-411.com. Can check out this video if you didn't see it live on YouTube as well on our 876-411 page. Again, give thanks for all the ratings regarding the website's upgrade. Again, shout out to the chemist for putting that together. And we have more upgrades coming, more stuff coming, new features and stuff. So just keep updating, keep checking out, and let us know in the comments what you think of these topics, both our main topics and our tidbits today. So thank you very much. We'll see you later on. Peace out.